Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Game Pass Grab Bag, your weekly podcast reviewing games from the Game Pass collection, bringing you 3 unique perspectives and varying skill range. I am the elite of this episode, Andrew. With me are Jackal, Keith.
Hello. Sorry about that noise.
yeah, we forget to have your mic ready. And with us, our grunt, Liz.
Hey, guys.
And this week, we had a listener request. So thank you so much, Mythical Maker, who recommended that we played Halo Infinite. So I know before we were kind of doing the Halo games in order, but I really wanted to do Halo Infinite. So we had a listener request, so screw it. We're jumping to it. But Halo Infinite is brought to you by 343 Industries. And this is going to be your guys' first Halo from 343. And then real quick, before we get more into this, most of our listeners are Spotify listeners. So I already know I am going to have a poll on our Spotify on this episode. I want to ask you, the audience, do you think 343 Industries should still continue with the Halo franchise? But let's get into this. Liz, so this is your first 343 Halo. Was this a game or pass for you?
I mean, it's Halo. It's a game for me. There's something about the story that didn't quite captivate me. Is that the word I want to use? Captivate? That just,
I mean, that's putting it lightly.
I don't think I like that word. Whatever. There's something about it that was a little lackluster, but I still really enjoyed it. And this is a game that I 100% would rather play multiplayer. And I feel like there's not a lot of games that I say that.
Well, you mean play co-op?
Yes, that's what I mean. Play co-op.
Because you didn't play competitive multiplayer.
Because a lot of times, like, I don't care either way. Like, I'm still having fun. And but yeah, this is definitely for me like a game that if it's co-op, like 100%, I'm down to play.
So I mean, you were saying the story is not captivating is putting it lightly. This is a game for me. This is unfortunately, in my opinion, the best 343 Halo, which even it being the best 343 Halo does not beat the worst Bungie Halo. There's still a lot of issues, but overall, I think this is the best 343 Halo. It is a lot of fun. They finally recently added co-op. The co-op is a lot of fun. This game has its moments, but yeah, its story is not good. I'm not a fan of its story. The multiplayer at its core is fun, but it is very lackluster. If you haven't played Halo 4 or 5 and you are jumping straight into Halo Infinite, I think you can get away because you'll be confused by the story, but don't worry. Even us veterans who've played this game are confused by the story. It's kind of out there, so don't worry too much. If you're just looking for a new fun type of Halo, it's good, but don't worry about the story.
So, I think we all know where I stand on Halos. I don't have any problem with them, but I'm not a Halo fan. I don't love Halos. I don't get excited for new ones. I just go, oh, cool, a new Halo, and I kind of carry on with my life. So that's about how I feel about most Halos. I think I might have played
pretty different.
Halo 4. Well, you're cutting me off, Andrew, if you would let me finish my intro
I
here.
will not.
What I would like to finish saying is that despite this being a Halo, I actually really enjoyed this a lot more than I expected to, because for me personally, I don't think it feels like a Halo game really at all, aside from the weapons. And so I guess that's really the core of it. And classic intro here. We will get to this. But I think the fact that it didn't feel like Halo to me is what I liked the most about Halo Infinite.
Wait, so are you guys?
So it's game.
I'm not paying attention. It's a game.
Sorry, I don't think I said it clear.
I wasn't sure about Andrew
cast.
either. Yeah, so I was like, I obviously the game. Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention then.
No.
Wait, I wanted to ask you, Andrew, why did you want to pick this Halo game? We skipped over the other ones.
Because, like I said, so Halo Infinite is kind of supposed to be a bit of a soft reboot for 343 Industries. You know, they created Halo 4 and 5, which 4 had a decent campaign, awful multiplayer. 5 had an abysmal campaign, but a good multiplayer. This one had a mediocre campaign and mediocre multiplayer. So, like, since their Halo 4 and 5 weren't really received well, they kind of created Infinite. They wanted this one to be the new platform. They wanted to keep growing Halo Infinite, and they kind of wanted to do a kind of a soft reboot. So this was meant to be kind of a Halo where newcomers can jump in, not really play the numerous other Halo games and still kind of get what's going on. I don't think they succeeded that well with it, because we'll obviously get into it. But I was curious to see if this, you guys not having played the other Halos, I mean, Keith's obviously not been paying attention to the story anyway, so he doesn't really matter. And then, well, you have been, but I was curious to see if you could kind of get what's going on, having not played the other Halos.
They kind of recapped a bunch.
A little bit.
I mean, a little bit. They didn't really go too much into it. So, like, I obviously knew about Cortana and the rings and stuff, but I feel like it would be very confusing if I hadn't played Halo before.
Okay.
And here's the thing. I take offense to that, not paying attention to the story. I know full
You've
well
openly admitted it.
that Halo 1, spaceman go shoot, alien die. Halo 2, spaceman go shoot, alien die. Halo 3, etc. I know the story, spaceman go shoot.
See, that's just rude. But
I can just hear Halo fans screaming through my headset right now.
I'm trying not to scream at you. It's just like you are missing so much. But so getting into the story of Halo Infinite, it takes place loosely after 5. You know, the humans finally finds the space, another Halo. A big war ensues. You don't quite know how it happens, but intro starts where Master Chief essentially gets defeated, tossed out into space. You are picked up by a lost Marine who's been drifting there for quite some time, and he wants to get home, but you, being Master Chief, says you can't go home. You got to shoot the bad guys. Overall, though, I want to know, so what did you guys think of this story?
I mean, at the very beginning, I knew that this wasn't the end of Master Chief. So for me, when it came to like that scene and stuff, it's just like, I know he's going to be okay.
Well, you say that, but you didn't, well, I guess you didn't play Halo 5, but Halo 5, they were kind of hinting at that they were going to get rid of Master Chief and replace him with a different person. And needless to say, that did not go well with the community.
Yeah, no, I would be very upset.
People were very upset, and that's why they quickly scrapped it.
I will say the Marine that rescued him, Echo, was it?
Yeah.
Really
Echo,
liked him.
Yeah.
And also, like, you told me later on that that the story gets sad, which I would not have liked. I didn't finish the game. I get very distracted in games like these. But so for me, like, I think the main reason why I didn't get crazy into the story is the villain was just so ridiculous.
I did not realize how awful the villain was until you pointed it out.
It was like almost silly, where it's just like over and over again talking about, I'm gonna kill you. This is the last face you're gonna see, and I'm just like,
well, that was the different villain. The very beginning when he said that, that was a different.
Yeah, that was
no, he said
Atriox,
it again
right?
too. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, no.
Atriox.
So you're right with like the last face you're gonna see, but there was a similar threats from the other guy though. It's I'm sorry, it's tomato. It's you know, threats worded differently, but it's still just like, you know, I'm gonna kill you, and like this. I daffed out when he was talking a bunch of times. I was just like, oh, he's still talking, and so yeah, that was kind of, I think, what kind of made me not like the story as much.
I did not.
Which is weird.
They're like a warrior race of aliens or whatever. Basically, all they do is care about killing. So I mean, it is lame. I'm not fully defending it, but I don't know.
I mean, they're called brutes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're brutes. They're the banished. It just, I don't know. It feels like it fits their character to not really be the best with words, and they're more just like, yeah, I'm just gonna use my weapons to speak for myself.
Yeah, and the main villain has like COPD, so every breath just it's just like, okay. But I never noticed it until you said it, Liz. Literally, there's a lot of cutscenes of him just on a hologram. I will destroy you. Now sit there for 3 minutes as I keep talking about how I will destroy you.
Well,
you go to like another area. Here I am again. In case you forgot, I will destroy you. And it's just like, okay, dude.
Question about that though: is it a hologram or is it like a call? Because it sounds like he's like talking to you live, right? It's not like a recorded hologram. Okay, that was
because he knows you're there. It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was gonna say, I was like, I didn't know if it was just like a recorded hologram. And it's like, well, that's a weird chance that you just popped up upon that. I guess it's like just waiting for you. Like, have you ever?
He's like, in case you blow up this thing, let me pre-record a message, a voicemail.
Have you ever thought about this from an NPC perspective? Like, you're just one of thousands and thousands and thousands of aliens who just walk around being like, Master Chief's just gonna show up and ruin our day. Like we're just I don't know. There's so many others. Can he go for them? But no, it's gonna be me. He's gonna find me. He's gonna come into my building. There's one guy
I
running around just destroying everyone's day.
the guy who's just like the janitor. Like, come on, man. Like, not here, please.
But I
See,
think
I always think it's funny that like you constantly get people that are like, I'm gonna be the one that beats you, and it's like you've killed like hundreds of thousands of aliens at this point. Like, come on, man. Just step aside.
also he keeps trying to kill him over and over again, like with like what he does with the building and
Yeah.
stuff, where like I accidentally didn't jump out and he did kill me. But how many times are you gonna try to kill Master Chief and you're still so cocky? Like that's the thing where it's just like, I mean, if you're a warrior, wouldn't you be embarrassed and stop running your mouth and actually get there? You know he's there. Are you like? Is he afraid? Like, so that's why for me, I'm just like that didn't make sense either. Where it's just like he's this big, strong guy, but he knows he's there, but he's not going there.
They actually do kind of explain that in the story, though.
They do.
Yeah, but yeah, I hated the writing for this game.
No, because there is a lot of one-liners in this. I'm just like, Andrew, did they really just say that? And he's like, I got chills. I got chills.
Oh, I was joking. I always I love the voice actor. Steve Downes, I think, does a great job with Master Chief. I always just kind of joke a little bit about that.
No,
but-
because at the beginning during the cutscenes and stuff, you said you had chills. So were you really, you were joking the entire
Yeah.
time? Oh my gosh.
I will say,
'Cause I
the opening cutscene
I get excited playing Halo.
where Master Chief is just like, no, kicks open the door and then goes flying through space. That just like sequence and visual was awesome. Like I was super jazzed when that was happening. I was like, okay, I can get into this. But that wasn't really story. It was just a really cool action sequence that they put together.
See, and I think that's what 343 has been doing well with Halo. I think they have some amazing cutscenes. Like the opening of Halo 5, awesome. Rest of the game is not, but like they do a really good job with these cutscenes and graphics. They do a great job. I think 343 needs to get rid of all their writers. I think they are so bad at writing, and they've showed it even more so with the Halo show. The Halo show is so bad. I don't want to get into it. I'm trying not to be mean because I know some people have enjoyed the show, but I hated that show so much.
Well, even the hologram that replaces, or whatever she is, that
She's called
replaces
the weapon.
Cortana. Yeah.
Yeah.
The weapon that replaces Cortana. I can't imagine like a program being wired to talk that way. Like it just didn't make sense to me.
Well, it's an AI, so like they're supposed to be kind of.
I wasn't convinced.
So this is one of my biggest complaints with 343's writing, and that's been the case since Halo 4. I don't think 343 knows what AIs are. Like they keep making up these weird rules, but they aren't explained. Like an AI is just a program. Master Chief, stores Cortana in a chip in his head, and he's able to transfer to pedestals, stuff like that. But 343 randomly is just like, oh yeah, they can kind of sometimes walk out. I feel like they think they're Pokemon. Like, I have Cortana in this ship and I can throw her out kind of thing. And now she's a person. Because like in Halo 4, Cortana can create like a magical bubble that protects Master Chief. In this one, she's apparently walking around and is interacting with the bad guys and kind of does her own thing. It's just weird. I'm like, these rules make no sense when it comes to AI.
Well, question.
I'm sure no one else really complains about it. I just don't get what they're doing with AIs.
I mean, I just assumed time had passed and it was new technology. Like,
but it's not explained.
No, true. And then again, this is coming from my Spaceman Go Shoot story of Halo, not actually knowing any of the lore. My assumption has just been that time passes and it's like new technology, and that's kind of the unspoken how it happens, I guess. Like nobody really talks about it because I don't know, they don't want to sit there and be like, okay, and then here's where they developed this whole thing, and I don't know, why bother creating lore about new technology being developed? It just happens. That's how technology.
But it's weird
works.
because like they also try to reminisce of it being like how it was. Because at the beginning, Master Chief looks at the chip and it's empty, it's blank. Cortana's not there anymore. So he can't throw her out. Like I said, like a Pokemon. I choose you, Cortana. It's I don't know. It makes no sense. Like what they do. Apparently she could just walk around and do whatever.
But I was more talking about like her personality. Like did Cortana, I can't remember. Did Cortana like make the jokes that this one is like?
Okay, it wasn't just me. She seemed very jokey, and even like
Yes,
Master Chief back
yeah.
and forth. It was like a weird like buddy cop banter between them that I don't know. Maybe I just never paid attention, but I always thought It just didn't fit, I guess.
I
I didn't
felt the
think.
same way.
Well, I liked it because to me, she seemed like the character. She's like the exposition of new people because she'll ask questions like, "Who are the banished? What's this? What's this?" So, an AI when they're made, like this is how the Halo lore is. They usually last about 7 years. They learn themselves to death. Eventually, they learn so much information that their like programming can't handle anymore, and they just like basically self destruct. That's kind of what's supposed to happen with Cortana. So this one, the weapon, is brand new. So she doesn't really know anything. The only thing she knows is this ring. She was created to eliminate Cortana, who was supposed to be on this ring.
But then she was supposed to self-destruct.
Yes.
So as
But
AI,
something prevented her.
oh, I thought she chose not to.
No, she wants to get deleted because that's her programming, but something is preventing her from getting deleted.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like that's why she is kind of weird and goofy. It's because she's essentially like a newborn. She doesn't know anything, so she kind of makes jokes and is learning things.
Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense because, like, I know, yeah, when you first meet the band, she's like, "Oh, well, they stink," and I don't know, they have the whole explanation of how she doesn't smell, but she smells things or whatever.
Through his sensors, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess
Her picking up on sarcasm, like yeah, she made comments. I liked her. I thought
I didn't dislike her. I'm just saying, like, it didn't seem like a natural fit.
yeah,
I liked it though because I'm glad it just wasn't hey it's Cortana and it's the exact same personality. Like it's something new.
well, I mean, when you paint the lore around it, like from my perspective, it makes a whole lot more sense, and I'm like, all right, I can get more on board with it because I definitely was on the same page as Liz where it just seemed weird and off-putting, but I guess if there's a reason behind it, I can accept it a little more.
Oh, you guys found it off-putting?
Maybe not off-putting, but it just I don't know, it just seemed weird. I don't know because the thing is the grunts are always hilarious. I think that's
Yeah.
like a always thing about Halo, but I don't remember things being very comedic in Halo, and so to have her like cracking jokes and stuff seemed just out of place. Which I think that's what you said, Liz, right? Or something along those lines.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. It
that's what I'm
just
saying. I agree.
didn't. Maybe it's because she kind of reminds me of someone that I can't quite place. Like I can't figure out who she reminds me of. But there's just the way she talks sometimes. I was just like, this doesn't seem right. But like I said, I don't dislike her. It just like I just thought it was an odd fit.
See, I think this is at least where 343 did the best writing was with each of the characters. Because, I mean, as you've said, Keith, Master Chief is space shooty man. Like, he doesn't say much. He's a very quiet, stoic kind of guy. In this one, they kind of humanized him a little bit more. But this is what I like. You have Master Chief who's very dry, straightforward. I got to do the mission. I'm going to do it. Here I go. So then you have the weapon here who's kind of meant to lighten the tension. And then you have Echo, who essentially is the humanized version of, like, he's basically human. I want to go home. I want to see my family.
He was just very stressed the whole time.
Yeah.
And I felt like I feel like the actor that voiced him was amazing. I wish they had done more with him that made me want him to be on the screen more. Because
Yeah.
like when I knew he was going to be on the screen, it was just like, now we're going to hear about how he wants to go home and
Yeah,
he's
he was a little
scared.
whiny, a little too
Yep.
whiny.
And I felt like with that good of a voice actor and stuff, like they really could have made I don't want to say better character, but a more likable character. I get why he wanted to leave. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's just like you're stuck here. Just
Yeah.
make the best of it.
Yeah, I mean I can't say I blame him. It's kind of like I mean I don't go out anymore, but back when I used to like go out to bars and stuff, you'd have that one friend who was like, "No, we're staying until they shut down." You're like, "What?" But no, it's like 11 and I would like to be home in bed, and that's kind of what happened to Echo. Like he finally was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go home." And then Master Chief was, "No. No. Come on, bud. Let's go."
Well, but he's like they're in danger, and what we're doing here is going to potentially save them. So for me, that's why I didn't get why he was still harping on about it. But I mean,
comes around eventually.
yeah, he does give some information about himself. About like I feel like he is kind of mad at himself. But I'm trying not to give things away,
Oh, that's the first for you.
so I get it. But yeah, that's why it's just like I felt like the three of them, they didn't have a good chemistry, a good dynamic going on. And I feel like usually when there's only three characters that a game is focusing on, besides like the villain, you kind of need that.
See, I thought they did.
Okay.
I thought each of their personalities were so different, and so like it played better with the story and the emotions and me kind of caring about these characters. Like I said, I do agree. I think Echo is a little whiny sometimes. He just pops in on your radio, just once again whining about wanting to go home, and it's just like, okay, man, I get it. So I don't know. I thought they played well with each other. But yeah, the villain, like you said, just was very forgettable. Especially too, and like they of course are adding a whole nother species, the Endless, which is completely just nonsensical and just another thing that always kind of irritates me. 343 really expects you to dig into the lore to understand the story, which is really annoying. Because like I said, with Halo 5, there was so much going on that it was like, oh, if you read this book or this story or this comic, you would know this reference. But it was like important information. And it's just like, oh, well, I'm not going to go read it to figure it out. Like, I need to kind of be explained a little bit, even though like I enjoy the Halo series, but it's like, come on, like you can't just expect me to dig through every lore. And so there's a lot of audio logs, and the audio logs I think were good. There's just so many of them, and there's a lot of it explaining the side stories, because in Halo 5 there was a bunch of other Spartans, and it's just like, oh yeah, there's audio logs explaining where they are now. It just, I don't know. I thought the audio logs were way too many. And it just, there's so much lore that I don't care to dig for. It's like, give me just a good story in front of my face.
Do you think that they just wanted to put out another Halo and the story was just kind of more an afterthought? Or do you think that they're...
A little bit.
Well, because what you're saying is like, you know, you have to dig through the lore. So they obviously know a lot about Halo. So I'm assuming they're
No, it's like new lore that they're making up.
Oh, they're making it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's why I'm just like, I'm curious your thoughts on that.
Well, obviously you got to keep going. Halo has been Microsoft's biggest franchise, but not so much ever since, you know, the bad stuff that's been going on with it. So are they trying to we're pushing it out? No, because it was quite some time from Halo 5. Like it was about time for a new Halo to come out. So I don't think it was rushed or anything like that. This game also was delayed quite a lot because there was issues. And even then when it got launched, it still had issues.
Does the show have the same voice actor?
Who?
Does the show have the same voice actor?
The only one is Cortana. Yeah. Well, Steve Downes, the guy who voices Master Chief, is like 74. So he's obviously not going to be an actual physical actor. But Cortana, actually, she reprises her role. And they actually have her...
But do they show his face?
Yes. In the Halo show? Yes.
Oh, nice.
He has a sex scene. They show his butt more than they... Like, I swear to show his face.
I thought, why are they showing his face?
I don't know. They did the very first episode. They wanted to remind people that this is not the Master Chief you like. This is our Master Chief. It's dumb.
I can't imagine it with a different voice.
Oh man, I could go on a whole episode about what I don't like about the show.
I didn't mean to get it started.
It's real bad. Because like even too, like this is why I think 340 needs to leave. Because they were like, oh, the Halo show, it's meant for new people and old people, like people who love the series and people who don't know anything about the series. No, the show's not for anyone. The writing is so poor. It's all over the place. I'm trying not to be mean, but after watching the Last of Us TV show, and I'm just like, this is how you do a video game TV show. And then we got stinking Halo on Paramount. And the new season's coming out soon. God, can't believe they're having a second season of that show.
See, I'm glad.
Anyway,
I'm glad I'm not so into Halo that I'm so this let down by it.
No, because like I said, even if you didn't like Halo and you just saw it as a sci-fi show, it's not a good sci-fi show. It's all over the place. But
I mean, I feel like we're talking pretty negatively about the story, but I think that all of us have some things we like about the gameplay.
Yes. So this is where I think Halo does shine the best. Halo Infinite shines the best. Because, you know, the first and foremost, a big important thing with Halo Infinite, they add a grappling hook. I feel like you could add a grappling hook to any game. It just makes it so much better.
I kept forgetting that I had it.
I know, which was blowing my mind. It's the funnest thing in the game, and you're like, oh, you're just sitting there walking.
I was like,
use your grappling hook.
How did you get up there?
Yeah.
And it's like, again, Liz. Yeah.
Oh, I was taking so many clips. I felt like I was doing so many cool things with it. I would like
I know.
grappling hook into a slide, going under things. I was all proud of myself. Yeah.
And Liz is sitting here walking like a chump.
I just had videos of me doing really bad driving. I got some bad driving ones with Andrew too, but yeah, the driving, I showed Andrew one. It was pretty rough. I think the driving is a little difficult for me in this game.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into that aspect of it. But yeah, so the gameplay, the big changes with this, as we said, there's new equipment. You got the grappling hook, you have a drop shield, thrust, and a ping system. And this game is also now open world, which is a very big change for a Halo game, which I actually enjoyed the open world aspect.
I liked it, but I feel like I tend to like things more linear because this is a game where I get so distracted by side missions and stuff,
Yeah.
which is great, but we only have a certain amount of time to play it a week, and I know I'm not gonna, be able to do everything. And as much as I like doing the main missions, like I just really enjoyed the side missions. So
Yeah.
I felt like I was constantly being like, oh, I shouldn't do that.
I just like how you said that, Liz. Like we're only allowed to play 5 hours of it. Like we have to shut it off at 5 hours. Like nope, that is all I play.
Oh
Like,
no, I
I'm
meant
just
we
teasing
only
you.
have a certain amount of time. I worded that wrong. Yeah, we only have a certain amount of time during the week to
Well,
play it.
and that makes sense because same. But it made me laugh. I was just poking fun at you. But I loved the open world aspect of it. That was honestly what sold me on like, boy, this is a lot of fun because when you first start, it takes you through like a fairly linear. I felt like maybe I missed it, but it seemed like it's a very point A to point B Halo mission. And I was like, all right, cool, another Halo game. Here we go. And then it got into the open world part, and I went, oh, I like this. And because yes, I know this game has been out for how long now, and
A little over a year.
never honestly looked into it enough to realize that it was an open world game because I probably would have given it a shot a lot sooner. Um, but I was so much more into it when I found out that was the case, and I was having quite a bit of fun playing it.
Yeah, the gameplay itself is a lot of fun. Like I said, the grappling hook, such fun moments. Being able to, like, you're out of ammo, grapple a weapon on the ground, boom, you instantly got it. Or my favorite thing is grappling the explosive canisters and hucking them at a group of grunts and just seeing them all explode. It's a lot of fun doing that. Like, that's a fun gameplay element. But my biggest complaint about the gameplay is the main story missions. So yes, they went for an open world aspect. Like I said, is a lot of fun. But I think by doing that, they sacrificed Halo moments, like these epic, fun gameplay moments that has happened in every single Halo. You know, like escaping an exploding building through a warthog. Fighting a scarab tank while you have on a mongoose while you have guys with rocket launchers on the back. Flying and taking over bases on a Hornet. Like you had these fun, epic battle moments, and there is none in Halo Infinite.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's these. Almost every Halo has these super awesome epic battles. But being an open world game, it's kind of like, maybe you'll create these moments, which you kind of can't. Like, you do get to bring some allies, but nothing to like that epic of scale. So they could, but the thing is, they could have created those epic moments because when you do a main story mission, that's when it kind of turns back to the linear Halo. Point A to point B, do the objective, go through these tunnels, do these things. You could have had epic Halo moments, and there's none.
Because there are the Hornets. They could have done a lot with like the flying vehicles.
Every Halo mission, like I forgot about it. When I was replaying it with you, Liz, I'm like, these all blend together. Mm-hmm. All of these missions are exactly the same. None of them were distinct to me.
You get stronger enemies later on.
Yeah, there's one you get a tank, but that's not, and it's kind of quick, not that worth it. Yeah, it was just, that's my biggest disappointment.
See, my biggest pet peeve with the game, and I guess, this is on me, but when I was playing solo, I really disliked that you couldn't change the difficulty mid-mission, because I also kind of didn't understand when the missions like started and stopped.
Yeah.
And so there was a boss that was like just really annoying, and I was really struggling to beat him because I went in with weapons that weren't so great because I ran out of bullets. I was just like, oh, I'll just grab this gun, and then I was like, oh crap, it's a boss. Because there are.
Are you talking about the guy with the hammer? Bassus?
No.
I think. Oh, that guy gave me a.
I can't even remember what was distinct about him, to be honest. Oh, I think it was one of the first ones with like the sword, but he was invisible. There's a couple, like there was like a kind of a boss that was invisible, but then there was like a little mini boss that was invisible. It was like the bigger boss. But anyway, I went into it with like the crappiest guns because I am very specific with the guns that I like because I like the BR, the Mangler, and then there was one amazing like electric gun that I wish.
The lightning rifle.
It's that one I liked, but there was another one that was so
like a
good.
pistol?
No. But it was one of the there's I think there's two different blue ammo guns.
Yeah, there's two electric. The disruptor rifle, which is kind of a long two-handed one, and then one that was like a pistol.
I don't know what it was, but I loved it and I dropped it and I couldn't remember what it was called. But anyways, so I couldn't change the difficulty and I was kind of stuck. And so I just had to, you know me, I do not get satisfaction from trying to beat the same enemy over and over and over again. And so like I actually took like, TV show breaks. So it's like I'd try it like twice and I'd be like, I can't. So then I'd put on some trashy TV and then I would go back to it. And so yeah, that was my biggest annoyance. Cause yeah, playing with you, I did fine. I was killing enemies. It's not like I was, bringing down the team or anything. Or
Yeah.
I hope
But you
it
could
wasn't.
freely die without any consequences.
Yeah, exactly. But when you die and you have to redo like the same area over and over and over again and kill the same enemies over and over and over again, like sometimes it would like leap you forward so like you were in the middle of battle and it's like, okay, so I don't have to kill those 10 enemies over there anymore. But yeah, that's why I kind of wish that a very long-winded way of saying that I needed an easier difficulty solo.
But Keith, I will tell you, she did struggle with the hammer boss. That was the one I did with her, and Liz kept charging him, and I'm like, stop charging the guy with the big hammer. Remember, it was the one that we fought like it was like a long hallway, and you kept dying like I'm dead again, and have to like zip away to get you back.
I can't remember him. There really weren't very fun
Yeah.
enemies that I remember, but I do remember that there was an enemy that I kept dying. But at the same time, like I said, we're playing multiplayer. Why not go in guns blazing? And also, I always warned you if I died too,
Yeah,
so that
that's
you
true.
could get away.
You also always warned me we threw a grenade. You went bomb, bomb. Like you kept calling them bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I died to him maybe 40 times. It was
Oof.
because it was kind of a similar situation like you were talking about, Liz, with that invisible one. I had just the assault rifle and the what is it, the Vladichenko? Is that what it's called? Or am I just completely making that up?
You completely make of
There
that.
was there was one, the new assault rifle.
The commando.
Maybe, yeah, that's probably the actual right
Wait,
one. I made up a new.
but
There's an
didn't
assault rifle, a commando, and the BR.
Yeah, the commando.
I'm confused.
I don't know where I came up
Didn't
with
that boss have guns all around though?
Yes. Yeah.
He did,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was like
'cause-
plasma pistols. It wasn't very good. But yeah, I
Yeah.
walked in with those two guns, and one of them was empty, and I kept spawning with him right in front of my face, and he would just immediately charge me and generally one hit me. So I had about 2 seconds to get away. It was not fun. There was many points I considered how much I really needed my controller, but then I also remembered I'm an adult. And I said I'm not going to do that, so I did. I just walked away. But it was frustrating.
I like that we both had to walk
But
away.
but I mean part of it was I like had to walk away because it was like, oh, I have to go do school pickup, or I don't know, the baby is about to try and jump off of the table. Maybe I had to go for one of those reasons, but also my controller's life was being contemplated. So
You realize you're an adult and you have to pay for those controllers.
yeah, I was like, oh, geez, I actually paid for my video games when I was a kid too. At least I earned them in different ways. Like, I got a job one summer. That's how I bought my PlayStation 2.
Yep. But I want to ask you guys, so boss fights are new to this game. Do you think they were good, or do you wish they were gone?
I wanted more like memorable bosses.
Yeah.
And I also felt like they're all samey to me. I can't remember what any of them look like distinctly.
They were like decorated brutes. I felt like, at least for the ones I fought. I mean, they were bigger, meaner looking, cosmetic up versions of the other enemies. Was kind of what it seemed like.
Yep.
I thought they were fine.
Well, you fight other things. You fight elites. You also fight a big sentinel.
That's what I'm
you do
saying.
fight other.
But yeah,
other bosses.
but still, just like cosmetically changed, upgraded versions of things you've already fought, basically. But
Yeah.
either way, I thought they were fine. I was only playing on normal, but
Which we were as well.
but I didn't think they felt. I mean, I say they didn't feel overly difficult after I just talked about dying 40 times to one. But overall, I didn't think, like, it was weird. I thought I was killing with ease, but I was dying with ease. Because especially in the open world, there was just points where more so than maybe some of the other Halos, I felt like I was getting swarmed like from all sides, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily always catch my flank, and I would die a lot that way. But at the same time, I was just mowing down enemies, which is very Halo-like. So like that part was kind
Yeah.
of fun.
I wasn't a big fan of the Halo bosses. Like, to me, they just at the end of the day, like you said, Liz, they're not very unique. They're just bullet sponges.
Yeah.
So like, it would always kind of slow down the gameplay of just here's a big guy, just gotta load clip after clip after clip into this guy, and hopefully he goes down finally. So yeah, I didn't find him that unique. Some of them, like the final boss, it was a little more of an interesting fight, but still overall not great. I didn't care for him. I originally beat this game on hard. My very first time I played, I did hard, and I didn't think it was too difficult. The final boss gave me a little bit of issue. But yeah, I don't hate the bosses, but I wasn't overall crazy about them. But yeah, did you also, so with the open world aspect too, they also added like an upgrade system where you can actually improve your equipment. Did you guys like that? Well, I also want to ask, did you use any other equipment besides the grappling hook?
I mean, I had the transparency orb or whatever it was called. I would use
The
it.
what?
I don't know
The ping?
the thing that yeah, I guess the ping, whatever helps you see
It would
invisible
highlight
stuff.
enemies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I used it if there was invisible enemies sometimes, but honestly, I just really just kept the grappling hook and I just kept upgrading the grappling hook.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty much that.
I didn't replace the grappling hook, and honestly, I kept forgetting that I needed to do my upgrades.
You forgot.
I
Oh yeah,
did
I
the
told you that.
shield.
You had like
Yeah,
5 points.
you did it a couple times, telling me that I need to upgrade. I did it to the shield a bunch because I was struggling with that. But yeah, I kept forgetting. Like I felt like when you did the scanning, I mean, it's great that it was there, but I felt like it wasn't as useful. Like I think things I like by looking at them, like I couldn't tell what they were, especially at the beginning, where it's just like you have these like random like shapes, and I'm just like that's not helpful. Except for like when you need to know where to go. But yeah, so I found it kind of
Well, the pinging thing I was shooting out, it also increases the damage received to the enemies that are in the ping. That's also why I was shooting it out sometimes.
gotcha.
Oh,
It
that's
let you
nice.
do extra damage when you upgraded it. But oh, and yeah, I want to talk more about the co-op. So me and Liz played co-op. Keith, I'm assuming you didn't play with anyone.
I did not play co-op.
What did you think of the co-op, Liz?
I liked it. I liked it better than playing solo, and not just because I needed your help with in some areas, but it's a lot of fun. I like that there's friendly fire.
There always is.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. What do you think?
I liked it. I had a couple buggy issues. There was a couple times where I'm driving and I just hit this massive lag spike, and it would just like teleport me. There was one time I couldn't change my equipment, so all I had was the ping. Eventually, I died, and then it let me start to reselect my equipment. So I encountered some bugs.
I didn't encounter any. I don't think.
I'm curious if because you mostly hosted, so I'm curious if
Yeah.
that was the issue. But to explain too how the co-op works, because it says it, but I was really confused. We loaded a couple games so we kind of figured out what was going on. So when me and Liz started, I started a new save file with Liz. So I was like, okay, we'll play together. But eventually I'd work. So Liz played on her own save file. So then when I tried to jump back into her game with the save file I was at, it essentially brought Liz back. So how the multiplayer works is when she selects the save file and I select the save file, whoever is the lowest, like the farthest, like has the least amount of stuff, it essentially loads their save file. So Liz completed 2 main story missions, but then when I loaded back on my file, she would essentially have to go back and do those 2 main story missions. And so all the things she collected, I didn't collect on my save file, so she would have to recollect them. She wouldn't get credit for it, but like it would be back in the world. So it's not like Liz could double stack on Spartan cores that she already collected. So when we figured that out, I just selected my save file where I beat the game. So therefore, it had all of Liz's progress to be what we were playing at. So even though I collected all the Spartan cores, freed all the soldiers, they were visible for me to do, but I wouldn't get like extra credit for it. So it was a little confusing, but once you kind of can figure out like what you're doing with it, it makes sense. And I actually kind of like the way they kind of did it that way.
And one thing that I am a little confused about. So I thought that you said that if you get far enough away, that I can like just teleport to you, but that never happened for
Yeah,
us.
I wasn't quite sure how that was working. I
Because at one point you just went ahead of me, and I was like, "Wait, where'd you go?" And he's like, "Oh, you'll teleport," and then I never did though.
Yeah, I was a good 800 kilometers, I think the game does. 800 units. I'm not sure if it's kilometers. But yeah, I was significantly far from her. And I thought most Halos, if you go a certain amount of distance, it teleports you. It does, I noticed, in the main story missions. But if you're in the open world, I think you can go wherever you want.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I was not finding much of a restriction.
What?
It's just if you fast travel, like if I selected a fast travel point, it would teleport her with me.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. I was perfectly fine playing solo. Like I didn't feel like
Until you got to a boss.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but I got it. I beat him. I kept trying and I beat him. Um, but it's a game where I can see co-op being fun. But if I didn't even have the option, and I didn't play it obviously, but even if I didn't have the option, that wouldn't deter me from playing this any more than any other thing would. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if you got this vibe, Andrew, but I think the thing that I liked the most is I constantly kept feeling like I was playing a Halo version of Shadow of War. Like, I mean, it's missing some of the elements, obviously, but
The Nemesis system.
and honestly, the Nemesis system, and I kept wanting it. Because I think Liz, you were talking about earlier, like, or one of you was about how when they kill you, they're all like talking big game and all this stuff, and I'm like, man, I want to then have this guy become a big bad guy. I want him to come attack me. Like, it could be so fun to play Halo Infinite with a Nemesis system.
Yeah. I actually recently been seeing memes about that. How Shadow of War, they patented that Nemesis system.
Yeah,
And now they don't do anything with it. They haven't done anything with it.
it's almost infuriating because it's such a
Yeah.
good system and it's so fun. And this is a perfect example of a game that would highly benefit from it. And I feel like especially with like the whole, at least the lore that I picked up from what they were building about the Banished, that's exactly who the type of group they were. I mean, they were basically the orcs from Middle Earth, but
Yeah.
just in
You're
space.
100% right. If this game had the Nemesis system, well, if that was the case too, then would you want a looting system then for Halo?
I mean, it could be more fun. At that point, it needs something more. But even if it was just in the way of like different things you could equip on your weapons, and you could modify how they worked, like something like that maybe. But yeah, I think that would be fun.
See, I
I
don't like the villain system. I mean, I think it would be cool for the game, but I don't think I would actually want it though.
I see. I'm with Keith. I think I would want it. There is actually variance in this game. So I don't know if you've noticed.
Mhm.
Every once in a while, you can maybe get the assault rifle, and it's like the long shot version. So it's something that actually has more range to it. You know, you can get a pistol that maybe reloads faster. There's a plasma pistol that does more damage but heats up faster. Like there are variants to the weapons that are in this game. So yeah, if they did a Nemesis system, I think they could do a loot system as well of these unique guns that you're finding. That actually, I actually would love that.
Well, somebody get 343 on the phone. Tell them to give me a job.
Well,
Lord knows I need
I mean,
one.
it's it's debating about whether or not 343 is still going to be carrying Halo. 343 just recently got gutted. I think they lost about a third of their staff, which unfortunately, the staff I think that mostly got hit was like the art department, which is unfortunate because that's the one thing I would praise about Halo. I think
Their graphics are awesome.
I think the cinematics are good. The overall world environments are good. I don't think that's crazy, but I do like them. To me, like I said, the writing department should have all got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
But,
reasonable.
s-
Well, I guess what is
yeah.
Warner Brothers up to? I don't know, maybe they want Halo.
I don't know if Warner Brothers has ever done a first-person shooter though.
It's fine. We can figure it out.
But then again, neither did
Did
343.
I say Warner Brothers?
Yeah, Warner Brothers, as in like the movie studio.
Oh, I know they do video games.
Yeah, they did Shadow of War. Well, Monolith did. Yeah, if I'm
Oh.
right, it's Monolith that originally did it, but Warner Brothers was like one of the publishers and helped them with it.
I mean, besides the cutscenes, which were, I feel like, graphically really great, I like the buildings. Like when you're walking on those platforms and stuff, and it
Yeah.
just seems so expansive. But obviously, like, I mean, it's open world, but it's not a crazy big world. I didn't really expect to have like different biomes and stuff. But
Do you not remember the other Halos? The other Halos, even though you're on a ring, had biomes.
no, but I can understand why they didn't. But I do kind of wish that the environments changed a bit.
Yeah. No, that's one of my complaints is because when you played the other Halos, you had a jungle, you had a winter area. Like they actually had different biomes. In this one, it's just kind of green pastures just over and over again.
I wanted a bit more.
And I know for me, the buildings got very samey. So I liked the war-torn look of the overall environment. Like when you go to an area where, you know, Marines are pinned down, like I think they did a good job kind of conveying like, you know, there was a war here. The banishes set up, you know, prison camps. Like I like that environment of it, but I wanted to see a little bit more than just green pastures and then gray hallways when you're in a building.
Yeah.
But they're very nice looking green pastures and gray hallways.
I mean, they have little creatures that are running around, so at least they got that going for them.
There is
But
critters.
the cinematics are fantastic. Like we haven't really touched much on the multiplayer, but they're trying to make the multiplayer kind of a continuing story, and they just came out with another recent cinematic, and it's gorgeous looking. Not a lot's going on. It's a lot of mostly dialogue talking. Like it's not a big action talk like cutscene, but what's there graphically is really, really good looking. But I think that's also to touch real quick on the multiplayer because Keith, you played competitive, right? Yeah, you played with us back in the day.
Oh, long ago. I didn't pick any up for this.
But Liz, you didn't.
I did not.
So what did you think of the multiplayer, Keith?
I mean, I was as good at it as I was at any Halo. So it was fine because I just died a lot.
All right.
But yeah, I didn't have anything against it any more than any other one of them. But it's just it's one of the biggest reasons that I honestly have never gotten into Halo is that despite the storyline being much of what people love about it, the multiplayer at its core is what makes Halo Halo, and I'm so bad at it, and so I've just never gotten into it.
Yeah. See, I the multiplayer I think is good. It was just I think this is where Halo Infinite kind of failed. I felt like they were trying so hard to focus on the multiplayer that the single player kind of got left by the wayside, and that's why the writing's not that good and some of the moments aren't as good. I felt like they were like, we need to focus mostly on the multiplayer. That's going to be the moneymaker. And they just felt short on it because when the multiplayer came out, it was bare bones. And even now, it's still pretty bare bones. Like you couldn't just select a Slayer match. You had to do like a mixed bag match. You know, sometimes you'll get a capture the flag mode. Sometimes you'll get a team deathmatch. Sometimes you'll get like a domination mode. Like, and it was just very unfortunate. Like the whole point of Halo, like you had a long day at work. I just want to play Team Slayer. I just want to shoot people in the face, and that's what I want to do. But no, like the multiplayer is just so bare bones, and even now, it just is not doing much. The game's been out for over a year now, and they're only on season 3. Like the seasons are so long. And it's like it's going to take even longer now, like I said, because the studio's been gutted even more. So the multiplayer, I think, is fun. If you are new to Halo, I think you're going to have a bit of a hard time, especially now at this point. I feel like the people who are still playing it are people who are really into Halo. So I just tried picking it up again recently, and I'm decent at Halo multiplayer, and I was getting crushed. I was like, okay, this is, I feel like these lobbies are getting extra sweaty. So I don't know if you care too much to do the competitive. I think overall it is good for Halo. It's just, I think it's just kind of dying though.
I mean, can't you go back
the
and play
music.
the old multiplayers?
You can. Master Chief Collection still very lively.
I'd probably just go back and play those multiplayers instead.
Those still hold up very well. I still have a lot of fun with those. But let's get into the music though. The music, I think once again is very Halo. It's very good. But I don't think the music, as good as it is, doesn't hit as hard because the Halo Infinite lacks the Halo moments.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, when those, like I said, moments of you fighting a scarab, like going in these big epic battles, you charging the beaches and the silent cartographer, like when the music kicks in on those moments, it's awesome. The music is elevated, the gameplay is elevated, and in this, like yeah, the music will kick in, but the fact that an epic gameplay moment isn't happening, it just doesn't hit as hard.
Yeah.
But the voice acting, though, I think is good. I know we were talking about it a little bit. Like, I agree with you, Liz. I felt like they should have wrote Echo a little better because I think he's a fantastic writer.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, Keith. I know we kind of glossed a little bit with the graphics. Was there anything you guys wanted to complain about with the graphics?
Oh dear, look at Andrew's face.
Well,
What?
because I feel like in almost every game, it's always you two always complain about this thing.
Oh, the teeth?
The teeth. And at this time, I actually agree with you. For me, it was the weapons teeth. I don't know if it was just me, but it seemed
Yeah.
like she was always curling the left side of her cheek, and her teeth are always just kind of bare.
Well, then the villain, you kept saying, like, I feel like he would just, like, cut his lips all the
Yeah,
time.
anytime he was talking, I could not focus on anything else besides his teeth. His teeth are so
Just
weird.
digging
I
into his
agree.
lips.
Yeah,
There was, like, so many layers. It was weird.
it's just pins and needles constantly to him, and it's like, man, no wonder why the guy talks like he has a mouthful of marbles. But yeah, the teeth I thought were kind of weird.
Sure, he's probably
Most of the
chewing on his
weapon-
tongue.
Probably,
But yeah,
his tongue's probably just shreds.
I can absolutely see what you're saying, and it didn't totally like bother me, I guess. But now
This is
now
weird.
it will.
I'm the one bothered by the teeth.
I mean, there's not a lot of teeth to look at, you know?
It's most of the weapons. And
Yeah, so that's
and
why
mushrooms.
for me I didn't notice as much because I mean you can't really mess up like fictional teeth. You know, it can look like whatever it wants. Like if you look at like vampire teeth throughout like TV shows over the decades, I mean there's a lot you can do with it. It's not just like two pointy fangs all the time. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, this is weird.
Yeah.
This is a first.
Well, no, I agree on the sci-fi teeth. You can do whatever you want. They're aliens. But yeah, the weapon. Yeah, she had weird teeth. I don't
To me, it was
disagree.
how she always curled her lip. I don't know if that's how the actress actually talks.
I don't know. She
But
was
I
just
don't know.
smiling way too big all the time.
Yeah, it was like a constant smirk.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of took
it's so
that
weird.
partly as like because she's an AI, it's just like a weird computer program thing. Maybe she hasn't
Yeah.
learned emotions yet.
But I like the voice acting because I liked, even though you guys were complaining about the weapons, kind of making cracking wise jokes and stuff like that. I felt like it made the gameplay more lively because she talks a significant amount to Master Chief, and Master Chief actually talks back to her. So I liked the continuing banter. It's not just me going through same looking gray hallways just to hearing enemies screaming the entire time.
It does add that. This because of the fact that it's not a linear game, you need to find other ways to do it. So I think you're right that it needed that ability to have them just back and forth.
Again, I think it was the writing though that kind of messed it up. Like I mean, I liked the way that she was, but I just think that the writing just made it kind of bad. So for me, like I do agree with you, and everything you said about the audio, I agree with when it comes to the voice actors, the music. I mean,
I think more than anything, my favorite are the grunts. And I know I said it earlier, but I don't know if you had any in particular that you caught or were your favorite lines. But there was one in particular that he yells something about kill them all except the ones that we like. And then I think there's another where I crashed my vehicle in front of them, and he said something about how many of us drive vehicles, but how bad we all are at it still. And I thought it was interesting that they actually had dialogue, and maybe that was a weird coincidence, but I'm pretty sure it was like a reactionary dialogue. So I thought that was actually kind of cool that they
I
had them
thought
do
that
that.
happened to me too. I thought I was imagining it. So I'm glad that you said that, Keith.
The grunts are very fun in this game because also too there's propaganda towers
Yeah,
that are littered around the world, and they're constantly just giving insults to the humans. And a lot of the dialogue he says are really funny because even too when you start getting near the end, he starts like apologizing to you to like, please don't come after me and kill me. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, he starts to become like more sympathetic. It's actually really funny. The grunts are always so good in Halo. The writing of them is always really funny and
And yet
comical.
you didn't do the party thing where like the confetti.
The grunt birthday party.
Yeah.
I didn't do it this time around.
yeah. I didn't even have the skull for it. I don't think I found a single skull.
I think you naturally have like the skull modifiers, but there are still skulls that are hidden that you can find.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because I didn't turn that one on either.
Oh, they're pretty well hidden. When you look up the list of like where they are, they're like in a random corner that you have to grapple up way up high and like in these scaffoldings. Yeah, they're pretty well hidden.
All right, well, that makes me feel
They're
better
not.
that I didn't miss
Yeah, you're
anything.
not gonna really stumble on a loose one.
Andrew, something I'm really surprised about with the achievements. So there's a 2020 gamer score that you can get, and you were only at 1060 with 91 out of 144 achievements. You love Halo so much. I just thought that it would be higher. So do you think that the achievements are hard, or was there a lot of
No,
multiplayer
there's a
ones?
good amount of multiplayer ones. There are some difficult ones. I mean, every Halo always has like a couple challenging ones, such as beating the game on Legendary with all the skulls activated, which I know was kind of an easier achievement to get because there is a hidden gun called the Scarab gun. It literally shot like a Scarab tank really rapidly, but I think they got rid of it. Like everyone was enjoying this secret gun, and 343 was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get rid of it." It's like, why would you do that? The community loves it. But yeah, the achievements overall, like, they're not too hard. For achievement hunters, you can get quite a bit just playing it. Like I said, it's an open world game, so there's a lot of achievements of collecting all the things, doing all the activities, what have you. But as far as an open world game goes, this isn't a very large open world. Once you kind of get near the end and you get a flying craft, you can just go to each point, do it real quick. Next one, next one. Like you can knock them out very quickly. So no, I think it's worth your time if you're an achievement hunter. But no, the achievements are relatively fun.
Keith, you came in second with 320 and 37 achievements. And I came in last, 280 with 27 achievements, which that's kind of crazy to me that we're 40 gamer score apart with it, but you have 10 more achievements than me.
Well, and the biggest reason, honestly, is you actually probably have a lot more than I do in the campaign. I think I had, there is a way you can look at them by date, and so I could tell you what the cutoff is. But I would venture probably about only half of the achievements that I have now were got on this playing. I think a bunch of them were from just like random multiplayer things.
Yeah.
So you're probably further than I am, Liz.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but there is one gripe I want to bring up with the multiplayer. I don't think you can thousand this game or 100% it, I should say, since it's over 2,000 gamer score. There's some multiplayer achievements. Like one is to revive a teammate. There's literally no game mode right now. I think at the moment they might have added it, but you can't revive teammates. So they put an achievement for you to be able to revive teammates, but they don't give you the ability to revive your teammates. So they literally have an achievement that you can't get.
That's ridiculous.
That's what I mean. Like they had such big plans for the multiplayer, but it's so bare bones.
And they never went back and were like, yeah,
I
let's fix it.
Not that I've heard.
I wonder if they have some that are broken though, because I got one randomly that popped up for me that says something about doing something in a match-made game, but I was playing solo on campaign, so I don't really know.
Oh, I think that happened to me once too when I first played this when it came out.
So
But I
maybe it
can't
was just
remember.
like strange wording or something, but it seemed odd to me that yeah, it said it was for a match-made game and I wasn't in a match.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the Master Chief Collection? Because a lot of those achievements are, they say that either do this in single player or this in match made game mode.
Nope, working remote. Picked up a weapon using the grapple shot in a match-made game. I
Yeah, I
had just
mean
grappled a weapon. I mean, it's a thing I had
in
done,
single player, yeah, and
but
I've done
it
that.
just seemed strange to me. So
Huh, weird. But yeah, I guess we can get our final thoughts here. Uh, I guess I'll go first. So, like I said, for me, I'm sorry if I sounded harsh. Like I said, I think Halo Infinite is the best 343 Halo. This is still a lot of fun. It's just for a hardcore fan, been a longtime fan of the series, from reading some of the books, TV shows, everything. I've spent a lot of time in Halo. Next to Mass Effect, Halo has one of the best sci-fi worlds in lore. And to me, I just feel like 343 has done such an abysmal job with the lore and the story. I think the gameplay elements that they've done and changed are a nice evolution. Like, obviously, it's supposed to be their Halo now. Like, you can kind of change things up, still make it feel Halo. To me, this feels like Halo with some new toys. The grappling hook is a ton of fun. It's a nice addition. I enjoyed the open world. I just wanted Halo moments. I'm glad they fixed things with the campaign because before, if you did a mission, you couldn't go back and redo that mission. but they've patched that where now you can, so you can redo old missions if you want. So you're not having to restart a whole new file. So I like that. The multiplayer, definitely, there's tons of people out there who talked it to death. There's issues with the multiplayer, yes. I won't go into full tangent of it. Oh, but real quick, I'm going to say, I do not think Halo needed a battle royale. Halo has always been an arena shooter, and it's perfectly fine the way it is. I think Halo multiplayer mostly failed is because it was so bare bones. Like, how do you not have a Team Slayer mode? That is just a big miss. But no, I don't think it needed battle royale.
I'm glad you threw that in there, knowing full well that Max does not listen to this podcast.
Yeah, I know. But I know so many people are like, this game failed because there's a battle royale. No, and it's good it didn't have a battle royale. Because honestly, I think battle royales are starting to fade out. You just got your core ones now. Your Fortnite, your Apex Legends, your Call of Duty. Like, I feel like at this point, anytime there's a new game with a battle royale, it's just it gets kind of brushed aside. There's, you got your big ones. They've kind of dominated. You don't need them anymore. I'm kind of getting sick of battle royales. I have my Apex Legends and that's it. I don't want another one. But anyway, back to little tangent over. But yeah, so overall, I think Halo Infinite's a lot of fun. To me, this is a good 83. It's the best 343, but it doesn't beat the worst Bungie Halo.
Okay. I wish I went back and looked at what I gave Halo on other games. I do this all the time when we're playing some sort of a list of games.
I was like, you guys try to go back and be like, I need to give it better than this one. To me,
I was thinking the same thing where it's just like
I don't go back and look, so I don't.
I always just feel in my heart what the score is. I could just know.
Well,
this is a good 83.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I guess the thing is for me, if I'm rating Halo Infinite as an individual work of a game, and I know that's what we do, yada yada yada. But if I'm taking it out of the Halo series, because I think it's hard to play any Halo game, obviously, and not associate it with a series because of the obvious lore reasons. But even still, it's all the full experience and all of that fun stuff. But I don't play many Halos, and I don't really care much about all of it. It's never been a thing I've been into. This is the most fun I've had playing a Halo game, at least from a campaign solo perspective. There was sure moments I was frustrated. I didn't really like what I was doing, but adding the open world aspect to it made it just drastically more fun. I liked these games, and the only thing I was missing is that it wasn't Shadow of War, and it kind of made me want to play Shadow of War again. But that said,
that's really kind of weird.
It is.
I played Halo and I want to play Shadow of War.
It is, but honestly, it felt like it could have just been a modded version of Shadow of War if it just had the Nemesis system. And I think this game would probably be in the 90s for me if it did. But that said, I don't know yet. I didn't think much about it, but you pointing out the Halo moments is definitely a valid point. But for someone like me, who's not a big Halo fan outside of I respect and appreciate those moments for what they are, I didn't care about losing them, but I think it stinks. Sure. All that to say, I would go. I'm gonna go 86th, and just to annoy you, 86th and 3/43 to appreciate 343 Studios and the wonderful work they did.
3/43. So stupid.
To appreciate the wonderful work done by 343 Studios and all the fine people there who are going to hire me and get me to get the Nemesis system somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but just
what would they hire you for, Keith?
Getting the Nemesis system.
That's it. That's gonna be your one job is to negotiate a deal with Warner Brothers.
I'm just gonna start calling every day. Like, do you know how to get to the Nemesis system? And
hey, Keith again.
It's just me. Hey, just wondering still if you want to give us that. Maybe start making.
If you also want to rename it to the Keith system, that would be appreciated.
I could start doing some cold calls. Like I said, just I don't know, maybe some PI type of work. See if there's anybody who can lead me to it. We'll figure out the details, but as long as it involves a 6-figure salary, I'm in.
6-figure salary for you to get the Nemesis system. All right, that's good.
I like that this year so far, Keith has like a 72.1, 91 and 3/4, 86 and 3/43. This is the year of Keith just making up wild numbers.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Keisha's really given up.
I've given up on rating. I talk enough about games. Numbers are hard.
So I'm really struggling because I was thinking like 79, but I think that's too low compared to the other games that I've written. Because I was like, actually, like I have my list here, and I'm just like, I gave Civilization 6 a 75. I can't give it a 79. So I think I'm just gonna give it like around 80. I don't like the way I'm scoring this year. Because I just didn't really get excited to play it, and that's kind of like the big thing for me, where especially because like our daughter right now is like sometimes not napping anymore. I think she's like transitioning out of that, so I get even less time to play games. And with that, I wasn't like, oh man, I gotta hop on and play Halo. And so I think that a little bit of the magic is gone with this game. So for me, I just think like, imagine if they took like they had the graphics and stuff that they have now and did it with the old games, you know? But anyways, yeah, so looking at Metacritic, Series X 87 and 7.9, and Xbox One TBD and 6.2.
No silent co-host. Silent fourth.
Do you know there were like 27 pages, like 600 reviews. I went through a bunch of the pages and I didn't find them, and I give up.
That's fair.
I did give effort, but yeah.
No, I respect that.
I know like a lot of people complained about it, but I didn't really notice too much. If you guys noticed, but Halo Infinite's rated teen. Most of the other Halos are rated M. But I never thought like this game needed to be rated M. Like I always felt like they were relatively tame. They had some blood. But yeah, in this one there's no blood. Not even from like the aliens. So I think you could kind of play this in front of kids. It's just kind of shooting. Like
I
it's
wouldn't
not too
play it in
violent.
front of like a toddler, like because we have a toddler. Because she might be scared of
Maybe.
the big boss guy.
I don't think they're too scary. I don't know.
He's
It's-
talking
it's
about
up
how
to
he's
you.
gonna kill you.
If you can understand them.
I don't know.
But I guess you're right. But yeah, this one is rated teen. And then
yeah, teen's fine.
I also forgot to mention too, this is a pretty decent xCloud game. Halo Infinite has a really good autosave, so if you're playing this in xCloud, it's not that bad. First person shooters are always kind of iffy with xCloud, but I felt like the shooting is nice in Halo that you can get away with it pretty well on xCloud.
Oh, we didn't even
Yeah.
talk about the driving.
Oh yeah.
I
No,
just
I did mention a little bit that I was really bad at it, and I took some clips.
yeah. I was just I don't know. It just hit me that it's the best thing about I think any Halo game is that no matter what they do, no matter what they improve, graphics, audio, dialogue, gameplay, the driving always feels like it was built on PlayStation 2, and it's the first time anyone has ever put driving physics into a game, but it's also so smooth at the same time, and it makes no sense, but I love it.
You lost me at smooth. I agreed with the rest.
No, there's something.
I think the driving's smooth.
It is, like,
I
when
just
you-
think the world is lumpy.
It's
I felt like it was so easy to flip.
Yeah, but it always just cracks me up though too, because again, there's everything has this sense of realism, but you have a guy who's just sitting there with his like leaned in on the back of the Warthog, and it does a 16 barrel roll, and he just stays leaning against the side of the truck and never reacts except for maybe going, "Whoa." Actually, that was one of the clips I took. He goes, "This is going to be bad," and then the truck exploded and he launched into the atmosphere. And it was incredible.
Or did he go, whoa?
I'm pretty sure he did. Well, and that's actually another one of the ragdoll graphics in this game are incredible as well. Same thing. Everything's so incredibly realistic, and then the wackiest ragdoll effects. The amount of times
Oh, yeah.
my
Let's
body
take a
was
picture
just
of one guy who
spinning in the
who,
midair.
Like, yeah. Let's take like one of that, or like a guy who like you shot in the head and he just kind of stood there. Remember that screenshot you did?
I don't remember.
So wacky. I don't know why they can't fix this, or they just choose not to, and I kind of hope they just choose not to because it's entertaining and it doesn't make sense, but I love it.
I like it. I just wish the world was a little more smooth because I found it to be so lumpy. You drive anything and you're just flipping everywhere on like the simplest things. But yeah, I think that's enough of this.
Yeah, I just had
So
to talk
thank
about
you
that.
again so much, Mythical Maker. Recommend we play Halo Infinite. If you have any game suggestions, please email us at gamepassgrabbing@gmail.com or hit us on our Facebook, Twitter, GBGBpod, or go to our link tree. We also have a Discord. Come by and say hi, chat with us. We always love hearing from you all. I'm in your hardcore gamer Stangy. You can find me on Xbox Live at Firebird01952.
I've been Keith, and it's a recommendation week, so Mythical Maker, 9 out of 10 for you this week. Good job.
Ooh, high praise.
I'm feeling
And I'm
generous.
Liz Noob.
Oh, sorry, Liz, I cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. And I'm Liz Noob, Gamertech, comment I'm Dean, and I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Liz Noob. Noob is EW.
All right, everyone. We love you all. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.